Kira's heart pounded as she looked toward Holly. Holly spoke calmly. "The message was left specifically for you, so you deserve to know that it exists." Kira quickly asked, "What did he say?" Maintaining a professional tone, Holly answered, "Department policy doesn't allow suspects to hear evidence before the investigation is complete. But don't worry. Once the case is over, whether you're found guilty or innocent, I'll tell you everything." Kira was left speechless. Holly, the same stubborn rule follower from years ago, had even learned how to tease people. Letting out a quiet sigh, Kira stepped back. Before leaving, Holly reminded her, "Stay here and trust the investigation. We don't imprison innocent people. We only bring criminals to justice." After saying those words, Holly turned around and walked away. Although her shift had already ended, she didn't go home. Instead, she headed straight toward the forensic department's morgue. One of the deputy officers noticed her and asked in surprise, "Dr. Sims, why are you here this late?" "The case isn't that urgent. Couldn't the autopsy wait until tomorrow morning?" Without slowing down, Holly replied, "The sooner I determine the cause of death, the sooner the suspect can be cleared." The officer blinked in confusion. "You mean, you don't think the suspect killed him?" Around Kira, Holly always acted cold and harsh. But this time she quietly answered, "She's not that kind of person." Leaving those words behind, Holly entered the morgue. The detention center wasn't exactly a pleasant place to stay. If she could clear Kira's name sooner, Kira could regain her freedom much earlier. Suppressing a yawn, Holly glanced toward the body resting on the examination table before opening a nearby drawer. Inside was a small loaf of bread. She took a few quick bites while preparing her equipment. She hadn't even had time to eat dinner. Meanwhile, inside her holding cell, Kira quietly replayed everything that had happened that day. Finley's death had caught her completely by surprise. None of her own people could have done it. She trusted every one of them. Then who was responsible? Suddenly, one name appeared in her mind. Isla. Finley had been blackmailing Isla for $150,000 every month. Now he suddenly demanded $5 million. Unable to pay such an enormous amount, had Isla decided to silence him forever? But something didn't add up. When Kira left the Olsen residence, Isla had already run upstairs and stayed there. She couldn't have acted alone. She must have had an accomplice. Kira's thoughts became increasingly clear. Unfortunately, locked inside the detention center with her phone confiscated, she had no way to contact anyone outside. For now, all her hope rested on Holly. She had no idea how much time had passed when heavy footsteps echoed down the hallway. Moments later, several police officers stopped outside her cell. The young officer who arrested her earlier addressed the man beside him. "Captain Lincoln, this is the murder suspect, Kira Olsen." A Captain Lincoln appeared to be in his 30s. His sharp eyes slowly examined Kira from head to toe before he barked at the younger officer. "The evidence is already overwhelming. Why hasn't she been interrogated yet? Bring her to the interrogation room." The young officer hurriedly unlocked the cell and motioned for Kira to step outside. The instant she did, Captain Lincoln shoved her roughly. "Move! Do you think dragging your feet will help you escape justice?" Kira stumbled slightly. She frowned before looking at him coldly. "What are you staring at? Keep walking." Knowing there was no point arguing, Kira silently followed. Once inside the interrogation room, Captain Lincoln forcefully pushed her into the chair. With a loud click, he fastened the restraint across her body. He was treating her as though she were an extremely dangerous criminal. Kira quietly clenched her fists. Sitting across from her, Captain Lincoln opened his notebook. Name, Kira Olson, age, 22, gender. Kira inhaled deeply. She knew he was deliberately trying to provoke her. Still, she answered calmly. Female. Captain Lincoln continued. What was your relationship with the deceased? He was my uncle. Glancing through the case file, he said. The victim demanded $5 million from you to cover his gambling debts. You hated him. When he came toward you, you kicked him. Kira looked directly at him. Is that supposed to be a leading question? Captain Lincoln narrowed his eyes. I'm simply stating the facts. Just answer yes or no. Lowering her gaze, Kira replied, I'll remain silent until my lawyer arrives. Captain Lincoln sneered. You've got rights. The only right you've got is to stop wasting my time. He slammed his notebook onto the table. Every citizen is required to cooperate with a police investigation, especially murder suspects. Answer the question. Then he stood up. We have physical evidence, and your fingerprints are the only ones found at the scene. Finley was struck from behind with a steel rod. If you refuse to admit accidental manslaughter, we'll have every reason to investigate this as premeditated murder. He stepped closer. Tell me, did you hate your uncle? Kira slowly lifted her head. You're lying, Captain Lincoln shouted. If you didn't resent him, your natural instinct would have been to dodge him, not kick him. Kira tightened her fists. Ever since leaving home during middle school, she'd grown up believing no one would ever protect her. Whenever someone attacked her, her first instinct wasn't to run. It was to fight back. But she also knew none of that would matter here. No explanation would change Captain Lincoln's mind. So she remained silent. Captain Lincoln laughed mockingly. You think staying quiet will save you. Without warning, he switched on a powerful interrogation lamp and aimed it directly into Kira's eyes. The blinding light was unbearable. Instinctively, anyone would shield their face. But Kira's hands were restrained. She turned her head slightly, desperately trying to escape the glare. It didn't help. Even with her eyes tightly shut, the burning light penetrated through her eyelids. Within 5 minutes, her eyes became painfully dry and bloodshot. A tear rolled down her cheek. Captain Lincoln's voice echoed through the room. Talk. Are you admitting to accidental manslaughter or not? Kira took a slow breath. I didn't kill anyone. Captain Lincoln gave a cold laugh. Still refusing. Fine, leave that light on for 2 hours. If you still won't confess, you'll spend the entire night sitting here. The pain in Kira's eyes intensified. Tears streamed uncontrollably down her face as every instinct told her to rub them. Only a few minutes had passed, yet the agony was already unbearable. If the light remained on all night, her eyesight could suffer permanent damage. At that very moment, outside the police station, Luis arrived with an attorney, but the question remained all. Would they reach Kira before it was too late?